what's that sound? I make a few steps and I'm falling the ground. It's a long shot, but darling, couldn't love anymore. Come on, come on. Hey baby, give it a try. I can find an answer if you wanna know why. I know I'm never giving all the play to the song. Come on, come on.
Hi, my name is Divan Wenzel, racing the number 17 Makita Supercar under the Woodbrook Specialist colours. The qualifier was a bit wet, just kept it on the track and put me on 4th on the grid. For race 1, I just try and finish in the points, top 3 maybe. And strongest competition is Brad Whaley, Dane Angel, Richard Schreder and Ernest here.
Your signature.
I must say that looks pretty cool.
It does, Hollywood style. Have you seen one like that before? It's the first one I see.
No.
5-second ball goes off. Nick, take him off the line.
Right, then all the lights are off and this race is underway. Good traction there from Wadley, and he swoops around the outside to go along and take the lead. And Dane Angel, well, I tell you, he's going to try and keep it right there behind him in second position. Oh, and we have a spinner. We have a spinner. I think that's Wenzel, Divan Wenzel. I think around the outside, and he got totaled as well.
It's either Wenzel or McCarthy.
I think Wenzel was the one that spun. It was definitely one of those colours. McCarthy is still out there, so it is Divan Wenzel. And Ernie Steer was the one that hit him. So it is, and I think it is Steer that's pulling off that circuit over there to retire. So Wenzel is on the go again. He's managed to get going. Number 17, Divan Wenzel, that is his number. and he is on the way again. But in the meantime, coming down onto the back straight, it is Richard Schroeder. No, it's not. It's Brad Wadley. Brad Wadley has got a massive gap there over Dane Angel. Richard Schroeder is the one that's actually trying to launch an attack here on Steve McCarthy. So Schroeder should take that third place, and he has done so. It looks like McCarthy may just be there in fourth place around the outside. No, it's Andrew Moffat in fourth place, and it's McCarthy relegated to fifth. And that is your front group. A sizable gap then before we see the second group there, Gary.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That group of four, very tight. Schroeder looking very racy on the pullaway. Almost got them three abreast. He was sitting in the middle of the dust as they went down towards turn one. Now on the inside of the danger man, Dane Angel, is Richard Schroeder in the TRS construction car. So with Wadley having pulled away a little bit of a gap at the front, there's no tow from there whatsoever. So if Richard Schroeder wants to catch up to him, he's going to have to go and fetch him literally up front. He's not going to fall back into the clutches of this pack. Steve McCarthy lying there in fifth position. He'll be disappointed to see that the similar liveried car of Divan Wenzel is not there in the pack anymore, having been involved with that exit of turn one incident, and that's taken him right out of it is Divan Wenzel. But he will be back there for race number 2. You got to believe he loves this form of motorsport, does Divan. He's done a good couple of seasons in it, and will not be outdone as Brad Wadley, Nick, works his way down the back main with a massive gap back to Richard Schroeder from Dane Angel, from Moffat, and then it looks as if McCarthy is having a look up on the inside of Moffat. Moffat can't do much about it because he's got Dane Angel right in front of him, and McCarthy sticks his nose up on the inside of Moffat. Pretty surprising move. He's not normally that late on the brakes, but with Dane Angel having closed the line off for Moffat, he couldn't do anything whatsoever, and you had to watch that spot being snatched away from him as they work it down towards turn one and going onto the dust. This time it's nobody other than Dane Angel that just puts a bit of dust between himself and the rest. Pretty much a car length between third, fourth and fifth.
Well, I'm finding it interesting with their lap times. They've turned to 1 minute 24.7 there for Brad Wadley. Now their fastest laps are around about in the 22s nowadays, and well, the V8 Masters earlier, they were turning low 1 minute 18s, so which is pretty much what they would be running. So the supercars can go along and run faster. These guys, I think, are just being a little bit tentative out there, trying to suss out the grip or lack thereof. I don't think they want to go along and throw their car at the scenery too soon, and well, of course, they've got to carry a lot more momentum. They don't rely on, or they are not as reliant on the power as the V8s are. The V8s, they can just go along and bury the throttle and accelerate away. With these ones, they're considerably smaller. They're running with 2-litre 8.5 motors. So as they go down the back straight then towards Cape Town corner, Brad Wadley is very comfortable up front, and this is probably going to see him take the championship lead if everything pans out the way he would like. He goes into the 2 points behind. These guys go along and score points. So let's see, it'll be about what, 10 points then for a win. So yeah, he'll gain the code 4 points then on Dane Angel. So unofficially he will go along and take the championship lead, but Dane Angel, I think, has got other ideas. He's got to try and work his way through to the front. He's up on the inside there of Steve McCarthy. McCarthy is swooping around the outside. This is a great tussle here for third place. Richard Schroeder is on his own in second position. He's pulled out the gap, looking very quick. He's actually just posted the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 24.2. And is slowly but surely closing in there on Brad Wadley, but I think he's going to run out of time, this being almost the halfway point. This is the fourth lap of the race, but a three-way tussle for third. Dane Angel has the intentions of Andrew Moffat there right behind him, and Steve McCarthy has lost 2 places in the span of 2 corners there, Gary.
I wouldn't be overly surprised, and I don't want to be the bearer of doom and gloom, but I think Steve McCarthy might just be slightly heavy-handed when he works his way back up to the front of that little threesome. He worked his way past Moffat, he worked his way past Dane Angel, and got himself nicely positioned for turn one. Dane Angel went up the inside and neatly just moved across and ran him 2 wheels off onto the dirt. Steve, I don't think would have appreciated that as Moffat goes up on the inside of Dane Angel. He slams it in. Oh, that was always going to happen. Still busy talking about it. I thought it wouldn't take long, and it's exactly what I expected. Steve McCarthy following through on Moffat, and Dane Angel tried to close the line.
London. On his outside, it's Albert Cook. Tony Kent is there, Ray Cooper, Dave Kent. This is going to be some interesting stuff. There's a bit of a creep on the line there by Tony Kent. And away they go. Fine car guys, and great to see. We've got two of the Mercedes-Benz cars in there. Noel Conrad and Wynand Jordan are in there with the two Mercs as they make their way down there into a Westbank corner. So out of Westbank corner now, it looks like it might be Cook that's got the whole shot. Yeah, it's Albert Cook that runs it down there into Engine corner. Behind Albert Cook, we have got Ray Cooper. Then it's Reese Unger. Tony Kent, who did creep on the line, is there still in third place as Cooper has spun the Escort there on the exit of Engine corner. He'll rejoin right at the back of the pack behind Jonathan Weileman. So, and he was lined pretty high up in the overall points, was Ray Cooper in general. So now he finds himself right at the tail end of the field.
Then you just love that little mini. Francois de Boer, a man that has decided right from the beginning when he does race, he's going to race with minis, and he's had his fair amount of problems with it, but he comes back again and again and again, and he's determined to make that mini work, and that mini is super duper quick. Dave Kent down the back main taking a little bit out of him, but the number 46 Alpha, that's Neil Maton, that's in there behind him, not been able to make much impact on the straight line speed of that little mini.
Well, he's in the Alpha Trofeo
as far as the pit lane. So Dave Kent and Tony Kent both out of this one. Albert Cook's up, dusted and disappeared into the future. Moose Watt also on the last lap with Ray Cooper. Race Ungaro having started at the front row of the grid, now in fourth, having gone down to sixth, back up to fourth with two cars falling out. Hayden Hode also doing pretty well there in fifth. Neil Maton in the Alpha coming through. Dave Kent's going to go off, which means that Francois de Bar will be the next one coming through, and that'll be William Morris. That's right in there behind him.
William Morris right there behind Dubois. The two of them now making their way into Engine corner. Coming towards us now is Steve Becker. Behind Steve Becker, it's the Fiat of Billy Mattia and the Sirocco of Desi Rasmus. And they're all pulling away. All three of them are pulling away now from the Mercedes-Benz of Noel Conrad. And then Di Dugmore is making her way down to us as well. But behind Di Dugmore, she comes around to start her final lap. Your race leader out of Cape Town corner in the Mark 1 Ford Escort. It's Albert Cook that brings his machine towards the checkered flag, down towards the line. Cook comes home in P1. Convincing win there on the circuit, that is, for Albert Cook. Of course, everything in fine cars works according to performance of index. But out of Cape Town corner now, the dice is on here for second place. And it's Moose Watt and Ray Cooper from P17 up to P3 and maybe even second place for Cooper. But it's not going to be. It's going to be Moose Watt in the Porsche that gets home.